Hey rookies, what's up? Welcome to another edition of the Bourbon Rookie. My name's Kevin, and I'm going to be tasting something that I bought a few months ago, and I haven't really been able to get to it in terms of my video reviews. Is a new Riff single barrel, barrel proof, and I think it's a store pick. From a local liquor store, and I was trying to get some more info on the difference between the single barrel and the Kentucky Straight. Here featured is their rye, and I don't think I've done reviews on either of these, but I will say that the rye was almost a go-to for a while. The regular rye, the bottled and bond rye is fantastic, and I have yet to get into this. This is kind of like hit or miss in a lot of local liquor stores by me. Not the easiest to find, but not the hardest. But I think I paid like $59 or $60 for this. This was distilled in 2017 in January and bottled in March of 21. So it's 4 years old, 107.4 proof. And again, went to their website. Their website's pretty cool. Basically, doesn't really give you a lot. It gives you the info on their single barrel program. So they make it pretty easy. If you're a liquor store and you want to get in contact with a rep and you want to buy a particular barrel, you can either go down there and sample and pick out what you like, and they actually sell like half the barrel, or they'll sell like a percentage of the barrel. Like that, you don't have to buy the whole barrel. It's pretty cool. But at any rate, not to get diarrhea of the mouth, because I usually do. And unfortunately, I'm reading this. I was trying to see the difference between the two. I don't know if the difference is just that this is basically, it doesn't say. So, if any of you out there know, because I am rookie at this, I couldn't find anything. Maybe you could just put it in the comments and let me know. At any rate, pretty cool on this little label back here. Gives you the barrel number, and it tells you that what you're going to get on this is oak, vanilla, confection, and rye. Clove and a long finish, basically. So. Now again, reading that, I don't think it really influenced the palate, because right away you're getting that vanilla, and you're getting caramel, you're getting like a light oak. You're not getting crazy man oak, because it's only aged 4 years. Now I just opened this like literally 15 minutes before I turned on the camera. I didn't want to bore anybody with trying to, sometimes these bottles are a pain in the ass to get them open. Yeah, I'm not getting clove or anything like that on the nose. Let's see. Cheers. Interesting. I was trying to concentrate on the front of the palate, because I believe for me the better tasting experience is if I can get on the tip of the tongue and work the sip backwards. And it was almost a weird pungent taste, like a pungent grape or a pungent fruit. I don't really know how to describe it. which probably explains why my videos don't get any views when it comes to bourbons, because I'm still trying to learn. But maybe that's the clove portion I'm getting on the tip of the palate. Now, the finish is it's syrupy. It's making me feel like I have a phlegmy throat in a way, but not like bad. There's a certain creamy texture to it. Still, I mean, it's good. It's delicious. It's not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but it is mouth-watering, that's for sure. I guess I'm getting a little bit of clove on this, but I feel like I'm getting more of like a chocolate, like a dark. You ever have like a dark chocolate bar that's 70% cacao, where it starts? Isn't that the point where dark chocolate starts to get bitter? And then you hate it, you don't like it. You're like, what the F is this I'm eating? It's kind of like that. It starts off with a little bit of that, like a light, pungent bitterness, like a dark chocolate, and then it gets sweet, and then you get like, I guess that would be clove, a little bit of cinnamon. I'm getting a little bit of a cinnamon. It's good. It's really good. It's definitely a recommend, and I mean, if you see it, there's a lot of things going on in terms of the front of the palate. I'm getting a good finish on the back, but most of the flavor is on the front to the mid of the palate, and then the finish is just I'm salivating. There's a nice long hug here in terms of finish, but not necessarily flavor. Maybe even a slight medicinal cherry, again with that pungent flavor that I'm trying to describe. As the more I sip it, the more it opens. Now it kind of has turned into a medicinal cherry, like a Luden's cough drop. So you get those flavors working back and forth. It's not unpleasant because there's so much going on in the sip. It's a very interesting sip, and it's something that, like, if you like to drink something neat like me, and you want to really get a good flavor on that, you want to really experience it and enjoy the sip. I know it sounds stupid, but I know a lot of guys who they'll take a $100 bottle of Scotch whiskey, and you don't always have to throw it on ice, guys. Everything gets thrown on ice, and I don't know if ice is good. I don't know. When I put ice in most of the things that I want to experience, it kind of ruins the experience. You know what I mean? So, but that's just me. Before I go, definitely a recommend. Even at $60, I'd like to put it up against some other single barrels. Maybe that'll be the next video, and see how we do with that. What I like about these newer Riff bottles, even the Kentucky Straight is aged 4 years, gives you a mash bill on the back of the bottle. It's awesome. I don't really run into this at all. You usually have to do your research. 65% corn, 30% rye, 5% malted barley. So that's kind of their thing, is they're a high rye, they're a high rye bourbon. Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at the ingredients here on the rye. This is a 95.5 on the rye. Interesting enough. It's fantastic. What else do I want to say about this? Well, on their website, full-bodied whiskey. They're giving a description of the. I'm reading off the website. You guys can do this. I don't want to bore you. Caramel, spice, almost like a pumpkin spice. A little cinnamon, vanilla. Anyway, bottled and bond. I'm just going off what I'm trying to read here that I find interesting. Aged 4 years in 53-gallon toasted and charred new oak barrels. There are no shortcuts taken in their production. All new Riff whiskeys are made with the full sour mash Kentucky regimen. All carry an age statement or are bottled without chill filtration. And what are they saying about the tasting notes here? Definitely the appearance. Extra rich, unfiltered, deep amber. Yep. Nose is butterscotch, rounding into a fresh oak. Yeah, I get that. I guess butterscotch is a good way to describe that. Hints of vanilla and rye spice, which I guess for me would be the cinnamon, the pumpkin spice. And taste. Broad, fulsome mouthfeel, leading to a sweeter vanilla accent before a gathering of rye spice, clove, cinnamon, mint, dark berry into the finish. Finish, they say long, rye-led finish with brambly red black fruits and white pepper clove. Sorry if I'm boring you. All right. It's delicious. A little smoother. Actually, much smoother. Not as much of a where this at the front of the palate, I was getting that little bit of a bitter note at the front. I'm getting more of a little bit of a bitter note at the end of the finish for me. It's very good, but after having this, the flavors seem a lot more muted. This is actually way more interesting. A lot more going in terms of having a lot more flavor and a lot more going on with the sip. Not to say that this isn't good, but having come off this to taste this, I'm not liking this one as much, to be honest. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but had I probably worked the opposite direction and went from this to this, I may or may not have liked this one even more. Not sure. So, before I go, let's try again. Great nose. Yeah, it's good. A little bit more of a bitterness to this one. It's a little bit more bitter. Definitely more of a clove on here. Clove, I'm not getting as much fruit. I'm not getting the red black fruits that they're talking about. It's a decent finish, I would say. I'm getting more on the finish on this guy, I will say that, just because of that bitterness. It's a dark chocolate, clove. If they're saying white pepper, I definitely would get that. But I'm not getting the red black fruits that they're talking about here. Definitely the white pepper, clove, but more of a dark chocolate. I'm still salivating with this guy, which I kind of like. Kind of like that. But again, guys, I think if memory serves, this is going for roughly about $50. 49, 45, $50 in my market in Long Island, New York. This I got for $59.99, I'm pretty sure. And that might depend. It could be as high as $65. I got this a few months ago. And I think this guy, actually this guy might be cheaper than this guy in my local market. I think this is $49.99 and this might be $44. Something like that. But if I had to choose between drinking this or this, I'm definitely going to go for the higher one. So this guy, I was drinking this this was just like an everyday sipper for me. And I probably stocked up on these, probably for whatever reason. Anyway, recommend, definitely recommend. And buy, because this one's pretty good. And we're going to use this again, and maybe we're going to pair it up against some other single barrels and see how it does, maybe in a blind. Stay tuned for that, and happy Halloween. We're coming into Halloween in another week. So with that, guys, give me a like and a subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.